So as I'm here trying to get some nature runes, I'm sure there's a better way to do it. I'm still playing leagues, but I'm very surprised on how many people have already quit leagues. And I do want to talk about why I feel that people are quitting the league so early. And I've asked, I've asked some of my friends, and I've asked different people, hey, you still playing leagues? Are you not playing leagues? Why did you stop playing leagues? So I kind of have, some opinions, and we're going to go ahead and talk about it. So I think the first and the easiest thing about leagues is it does not do anything for your main account, which I don't think it should, right? But there's a lot of players out there that if they're spending some time on RuneScape, they'd rather the time that they spend be towards something that is a permanent thing. Because the difference between RuneScape and a lot of other games, if we compare it to World of Warcraft is a seasonal game now. You do it for a season, and then once the new raid comes out, everything that you pretty much did is done. You kind of move on. And if you do not move on and you come back at a later date, you're so far behind that it's restarting every season. Old school RuneScape is very unique where it does not do that. The game that we have today is the game. And you're not going to sit there and you can come back in a year and you're right back where you were. It's such a cool aspect of a video game. And when you bring in leagues, for example, this is a game mode that is a seasonal game mode that will be wiped out and all your progress is completely gone. I think that turns off a lot of people. Now, another thing that I feel turns off a lot of people is the rewards. Is leagues very rewarding? When you start to look at, some of the cosmetics are okay, but overall, there's not very many different rewards that you can get from leagues. Currently, I'm going for Dragon Cup, and sure, I'll have a little Dragon Cup to kind of show, but overall, the rewards are just kind of lame, honestly. I know there's some cool cosmetics, but honestly, the rewards for leagues is not worth some of the time that you need to put into the game. Now, here I am trying to grind out Dragon Cup, but honestly, I'm going to be doing this for the entire time because I'm not some crazy gamer like some of these people that have, 20,000 points at the end of the first week. That is just not me. So I'm going to be putting in a lot of time, and the time that I'm putting in is definitely not going to, even compensate for reward wise for spending time in this game mode other than just having fun. And RuneScapers, it's not about having fun. It's about the goal and the reward. Let's be honest, right? Why do you do agility? Is it because it's enjoyable? No, it's not. You're doing it for the reward, for what it gives you, the access it gives you. So I think those two big things are a majority of the reason why a lot of people maybe dabbled in it and they're like, let's not. But there are a few other different things too that I've heard. I've heard that the new Echo bosses are a little discouraging. And I didn't hear this from, just a few people. I've heard this from multiple people. And I was very curious on what they were meaning by discouraging. And I actually ran into this issue today. So as you guys can see, I'm here doing the Moss Giant. But I did grind out level 91 Slayer. And I do have the, I forget what, it's the Falador region. And I am doing Cerberus. I killed 50 Cerberuses, the regular mode, before I got the orb. And I got the orb, and I was like, okay. Now, just backtrack a little bit. The first area that I picked was the farming boss. And the farming boss wasn't hard at all. So I was actually able to one-shot the farming boss, and, you know, I got the orb on the first try of the regular kill, and then I think it was like, what, 5 or 6 kills, and then I got my weapon, and I was like, okay, this isn't too bad. Now, fast forward back to where we were. I'm trying Cerberus on the Echo version. Wow. That is a big difference. That is a very big difference. I play with no sound, so I don't know if the sound effects of the things are going to be different. But I'm a player that I'm not very good at PVM, right? I don't do a lot of like switches and stuff fast, and I'm able to do the switches fine. But when it comes to the switches plus the movement of the fire on the ground, and it is very damaging. You know, you're if you take one shot of the fire, that's 40 damage, and if you're trying to move and you screw up your pattern, you're pretty much dead. So I didn't see the discouraging part until tonight, and I was like, oh wow. If you were to pick a region that had a very punishing Echo Boss, and the Echo Boss is being such a giant feature this go-around, and you're not, like, super good at PVM, and you don't have your relics unlocked or whatever, and you're trying these things, or even if you do have your relics unlocked and you're trying these things, it is actually kind of discouraging. So I can see, you know, leagues, I'm having a great time. I really enjoy it, but I'm also a max player. So it's not like I'm going to be, you know, I'm losing out on XP, which you're always losing out on XP, right? You always got to get those 200 mils. But I'm enjoying myself. If I wasn't max, I don't know if I'd be playing leagues. I'm just being honest with you guys. If I wasn't max, I would be worrying about my real account. My real account that means something to me. This league's account, I'm trying to get the trophy. But other than that, this account really doesn't matter. And I don't know what they could do to allow the rewards to be good enough for, you know, someone that maybe doesn't want to dabble in because they don't want to lose progress. I don't know what rewards they could throw at you to make it worthwhile. So that said, though, I'm having a lot of fun in leagues, but I definitely see why there has been such a giant drop off compared to you know, like the players that were playing it day one. Day 1 to, I don't know what it is today, right now, probably like 7 or 8. The drop has been very significant, and I've even seen a lot of my friends already go back to the main game, which, as long as they're having fun, that's all that matters. Some of them just wanted to kind of try it out too. I think you get that crowd too, that just kind of wants to, you know, test the waters and see what it's all about. And, you know, they're like, all right, well, I did enough where I think I'm okay. The issue with leagues, though, I will say this. I feel if you started it out and you didn't really get some of the relics, like where you're hitting just super hard and, you know, doing a lot of damage and able to teleport everywhere and all that other stuff, I feel it would be easier to stop playing before that point. Once you start getting all the cool stuff, you're a little bit more invested where you're like, okay, this is kind of cool. And I don't know how they could switch that, you know, to show players, hey, you're going to be super powerful. I don't know what they can do with it, but, you know, it kind of is what it is. All right, guys. Well, that said, if you made it this far to the video, hey, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video. I would love to know if you are still playing leagues, And if you are not playing leagues, why did you stop? Or did you start at all? Because there are a lot of people that they didn't even give it the time of day. You know, they're just like, it's just leagues, whatever. You know, it's just another thing they're bringing up. I'm pretty curious, you know. I think leagues is a great idea, and I actually think leagues actually runs very good. And there's a long bone. Okay. All right, what do I drop for a long bone? I can drop these chaos runes. These chaos runes I can just buy. A long bone. Okay, that's my first long bone that I got. I don't know if this is actually still gives you construction XP. I don't know if I have that area unlocked. I should, right? Yeah, because I got the white Fang Mountain or something. I think I have that unlocked, so maybe I could go turn those in. I don't know. We'll find out. But that's it. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. Do whatever you guys need to do. And like always, anything goes good with a Dragon Med.